Hello everybody, and welcome to the latest Worlds of ZZT Livestream, where I just found out 30 seconds ago that every little redeem is busted. That's right, look at that turtle. It's a good turtle. We are going to rescue that turtle. So, it should be a fun one. Today's Friday, we ran our poll. Another furry ZZT game won, and I think I'm like out of them at this point. There's really not a lot. And even though this one, well, visually, one would likely identify it as such, it was 2007, and everybody, self included, had their own baggage with the label furry at the time. So Nadir would not call this a furry game. But Nadir's not here today, so shh. We're just gonna play this game and have some fun. I kind of just wanted to play this one again. This is a fun one. This one has a lot of story to it, and we'll get into it as we get into it. It is incomplete. It's gonna kind of just stop nicely enough, though. There's some unused boards with a little bit of author commentary here and there. So we'll get a bit more of the story. Still not anything for the overarching story. There's 2 games in this series, and I could not tell you what it's actually about as a whole. We streamed the first one some time ago. It feels like ages ago. The first one, Frost 1, Power, was streamed way back in 2019. Good lord. Well, I hope you remember all the lore. Just kidding. It really doesn't matter at all. There's like 1 or 2 scenes where the characters from the first games show up, but they don't interact with our protagonist here whatsoever. It's up to you to put the pieces together, and with an incomplete series like this, there's not actually all that many pieces. This is Nadir's last release, I believe. He might have done the Ownage Triangle art compilation afterwards, but this is the last traditional game, at least. So let's get to it. This one is also pretty unique in that it has quite a lot of music, and very good music. Let's start these jams on the title screen. You'll see what I mean pretty much immediately. Keep forgetting that now the Zeta volume starts really low. Gotta either crank it up or start lowering the volume of all my redeems and stuff, which are broken anyways, so let's try this again. It does actually eventually end, but we get the idea. Title screen too. Everybody loves the turtle. Alright, so we'll be starting off here. Frost 2 Ice, incomplete by Nadir. Hello, and welcome to the official release of what was finished of Frost 2 Ice. Released this mainly because I decided during a spate of reignition of interest in ZZT, don't ask how long it'll last, I might be bored of it again in a week, that what was done of Frost 2 was actually not bad, and there's certainly enough of it to release onto Z2 rather than just have me distributing it on the side. That's right, this game got leaked. Also, because there are idiots who think that Frost 2 bread thing Flimsy Parkins upload to Z2 is real, you stupid fucks. Nadir's got a strong personality, and it will very much come through here and there. It's old times. Anyway, in this game, I'll let you play through what was done. I've gone through it, fixed up some bugs. Yeah, Nadir was also very adamant about using ZZT's default editor always and forever, which meant dealing with objects being deleted, which is why we very much yell at everybody these days, please don't actually use ZZT's default editor. It will cause you more headaches than it's worth. Even if you're trying to build a game old school, don't do it, please. Everything should work fine. When you get to the end, I'll meet you, and I'll take you on a short tour of some random miscellany that's hanging around the file. Until then, enjoy the show. We'll start off with Penny and Henna, though they are mostly elsewhere in this file. Those were the main characters of the first game. Apart from this and another cutscene, the game mostly focuses on Jubal and Alfred. Have fun mocking my crappy writing, as was the style at the time. There are no fox tampons this time, if you can believe it. Right, now we're here. Hope you don't mind if I'm really tired after the mountains. I'm totally going to bed now. Alright, see you in the morning. So, summary of part 1. Penny's a perfectly average girl going to a perfectly average school, and she gets into a fight, and she accidentally obliterates somebody with magic. And you're not supposed to do that. So, she gets kicked out of the country. And her mother mentions that she did pack her some tampons. And ZZT Community Boys Club of 2003, 2004, when the first game came out, we drilled right into that line. That's the defining moment of Frost 1 for all of us. I think when I was doing like my attempt as a ZZT clone in like when I was in college, yes, this is going to be extremely 2000s. But when I was making Tiger, a ZZT clone, and I got scroll rendering implemented, I definitely took a screenshot of that exact scene cut off right before that line deliberately. I have very distinct memories of that. Anyway, here's Henna. She's writing. She's kind of Penny's mentor now, I guess. Also, this is a world of animals. Penny's a fox, Henna's a skunk. Henna knows her magic. Penny doesn't. Dear Dad. Henna here. Also, this is going to be a very dialogue-heavy game. I'm dropping you a line as I have some pretty important things to tell you, things you'll not like at all to boot. First off, you're probably wondering about the lack of correspondence from Silver or myself from the swamp. There's a story in that. In short, you'll not believe this, but the dead rose from the marshes and tried to kill us. And partly succeeded. Dad, Silver's dead. However improbable the cause of death may sound, I'm not going into details because it'll only upset you. I know it upsets me, but I try not to think about it too much because, as you say, there's no one doing things like that once they've happened and there's no point. Good moral. I've since fled the swamp, and I currently sit at a desk in a room above a small country pub as I write this. There's no electricity, which I'm used to, as you know. Asquith is pretty backwater. Real hick country. In honesty, I appreciate the change of scenery. Not that I'd willingly exchange it for a life, but you have to take your opportunities when you find them. Speaking of which, I'm not alone. As well as bringing along Stumpy. Stumpy is a living rock. Everybody loves Stumpy. I've also acquired a traveling partner, a girl called Penny. She's a fox from Yan, a high-tech country way north from here. She's an exile, on account of having killed someone, but she's really nice. We met in less than sterling consequences in the swamp just after Silver was killed. Having spent her whole life in Yan, she's amazed at how comparatively primitive life is out here, without widgets and doohickeys and whatever the hell they have over there. But then, so was I when I first came here, so it's hardly surprising. I think she appreciates my company, and I can't blame her. Being made homeless at such short notice must be terrible for her. I came along with her about a week ago now. When we met, she was making her way to Alsace, so we spent the last few days going west. We had to pass over the Guy Mountains, which isn't as bad as it sounds. I had a few run-ins with bandits and the like, but you'll be pleased to know Silver's taught me well, and Penny's pin-accurate with a sword. We've come off richer in several encounters. They're living that JRPG lifestyle together. She keeps calling me Melissa. Melissa was the name of her friend. Anyway, it's been a long day. I shall post this in the morning. With love, Henna. We can appreciate the house now. Well, the pub. The inn above. You get the idea. And no, we can't. There's immediately more text. We'll never get to look at this board. And reads the letter, puts it in an envelope. I wonder if I was too blunt. I'm tired and I care not. Sleep time. Look at that animated chair. There you go. Actually, down in stall number 1 there in the stables, that's Stumpy, sleeping on some hay. I don't know what's in stall number 2. I guess that's this world's horse equivalent, maybe? I can't figure that design out. Welcome. You're just in time for a very colorful game, I would say. Very story heavy, a lot to look at. More houses, and we can actually take a nice look at this before I actually start the cutscenes. Nadir's got a style. We got a toilet in the corner, old bathroom. Again, redeems are broken. Sorry, you can't play the toilet flush, which is a shame. It would be perfect. Yeah, his detail game is on point. His color use is really good and different. Like, that tree is white and purple. Looks great. The little stove in the top of the kitchen there, that's his iconic design. You see that in like all of his games. He's got a definitive stove. In the house next door, I'm pretty sure that white on red object is actually named Skeleton, which is lovely. This is some good scenery. Lots to take in. Nadir very much loved this little world he was working on back in the day. Oh yeah, the closets are mirrored. All that fun stuff. Alright. Musical intro. There's a ton of places with a ton of names, and it's pretty meaningless to the player, but there's just a lot of lore living up in Nadir's head for these. Suburbs of Soulforge. I'll never tire of this world's classics, and Jeremy W. Wells never fails to intrigue. Cute little Jonathan Wellington Wells reference. Oh, do they ring the doorbell in Britain when they drop off your mail? Or is this just a Frost thing? He really did. He put his coffee cup on the table. There's the envelope. It's all there. Everything's just on full display. Silver is dead. Zombies. That's just not natural. Unless he had something to do with it. Nobody else can raise the dead. Not here, at least. And it's entirely possible that he landed in this era. And now he's after those of us who survived. I wonder why. No matter. He'll come for me next. I may not have long. Luckily, I'm prepared, and he must pay for his crimes. I believe we will be seeing a full portrait of Cedric later. So you can see what species he is. This is a very pretty board. I like this board a lot. Apparently I'm not the only one. Because everyone always goes, oh my god, these are the best graphics ever, Nadir, can you teach me your graphical secrets? But it's not that special, really. I guess the trees in the foreground give the impression of watching them from a hillside, which is sort of cool. It's a worn narrative device, really. In the 2000s, you were not allowed to appreciate anything, even if you made it. I like the next playable board a lot better. Hello, thank you for the resub. 10 months. You know, I recently learned that at 9 months, people like to say subscriber baby. I missed that because I didn't know about it. All the redeems are busted, sorry. In the shadows between the grand spires and buildings of Soulforge, all is not well. Gang activity and crime is at an all-time high. The crime lord Mammoth at the helm of the most powerful protection racketeering outfit, Berserkers. Authorities have thus far failed to end the business or apprehend Mammoth. When you're a lowly street urchin, between the buildings is where you live, and usually die. Jubal Hardcastle, small-time thief, is about to find out just what is going down in the hood. Here's all his vitals. Gender, M. Species, hamster. Date of birth, that. Age as of that date, 15. Blood type, O. Does anybody know their, blood type horoscope thingy? I don't. Location, outside Pizza Go. Avatar. Oh, Avatar Street. Okay, that makes more sense when there's another word that follows it. Soulforge, odds. North, 1:34 in the morning. I think this planet has 2 suns. I'm pretty sure. Oh, well, here we go. It's light because we're in the far north. I'm pretty sure this planet's supposed to have 2 suns. Hey, Jude, what's the problem? Alfred, hey, sorry for the short notice. I need your help with something. Oh boy, what is it this time? Well, it's kind of weird. I was just locking up my apartment for the night when I got a knock at the door. I answered, and this guy with a kind of glassy look in his eyes was standing there, holding a pizza box. Wrong address? Yeah, but that's not the end. He thrust it on me and wandered off. I figured, hey, free pizza. It was good eating, too. I almost didn't notice the note that had been left on the receipt. It just said, help me, and gave this address. So here I am. I figured I'd need a hand, so I called you. This is absolutely how hamsters talk. Right, well, I've never heard of this pizzeria before. Kind of a rough area, don't you think? Yeah, good thing it's quiet. Anyway, I'm getting a feeling. It's weird, but somebody's calling me on the edge of my senses while I'm standing here. Psychic force, maybe? This is a world of magic. I want to help at any rate. Yeah, you'd seem a good vet. You're the smartest thief I know. You'd be able to help someone trapped like that. Oh, that's probably a... Please do not mix up your blood types in, documentation. That's bad. Also, yes, again, with the windows being busted and just a a diagonal perspective of things, just the way the buildings fade into the distance, there's just a lot of good stuff going on in these games. There we go, here's our boys, here's our protagonists today. Hang on. I need tools if I'm gonna do all the stuff you want. Do you think to bring any, Poindexter? Damn it. Yeah, good point there, Alf. I'm sure we can pick some stuff up once we're inside. Take this army knife for now, though. Those are always good. Fair enough, man. If it's all the same to you, though, I'll let you go ahead. Anyway, I found this window. It's reinforced, but it's been broken. And I'll be able to get in with the aid of something heavy. By the way, when you said I was the smartest thief I know, how many do you know, man? Quit being so pedantic and get us inside. Good graffiti. Here we are, at the Pizza Go. So one thing this game does have over the first game is, I don't know, we're 4 boards in? 5 boards in. And now we're moving the player around and doing things. I think the first game, it's like a dozen. There's so much introduction. Got some trash. Garbage v2.0. Nadir does some fun object names. Bag of chicken spills out of the bins. It has claw marks on it, as though some desperate beggar has tried to break into it in search of food. You can always use some chicken bones. Man, that's whack. What do you think we can do with that? Choke ourselves to death? Okay, fair enough. They smell rank anyway. Oh, okay. So this game will not let us pick up puzzle answers in advance. Yeah, it's just designed. It's very world. Speaking of heavy blunt objects, a small pile of bricks. We'll just take a brick for later. Senator Prickles, okay. We're just calling back our evil sorcerer's party references here. Alright. Expert thief with brick will find a way into this building. Jubal hefts the brick into the broken wedge a few times. With their utmost force. After his third attempt, it breaks. World's greatest thief. And he looks inside the room properly. Living room. I doubt there'll be anything too bad here. I don't know, why not? That's how these games roll. Oh, there's a lot of just, I don't know, interjections by Nadir, kind of? I don't know how to describe them. There's basically moments where he very clearly shifts the tone for a sentence. Usually just to be silly. No, it's locked. I think we're okay, though. It just pays to make sure. I bet it's locked for a reason. We should try to get in there. Okay. Well, let me get the chicken bones now. You know we're gonna need the chicken bones. Oh, okay. Big old TV. Oh, fancy plates. A series of ornamental plates decorates the side of this cupboard. Sorry, nothing. These plates sure are ugly. Take a plate. Something is moving in the next room. Dog? Yes. Well. Oh, hello. Thieves. Oh. We got killed for being dumb. Sorry, everybody. That's what happens when people know magic. That's basically what Penny did to a student on accident. So they kicked her out of the country. Do I? Okay, I've seen. No. Dang, through the door. That didn't hit me, though. I should be fine. Okay, well, we can't pick the lock because it's of such high quality. Okay, please acknowledge. There we go. We just gotta get Alfred's permission, I guess. There we go. This is Yiku, everybody. Yiku likes chicken bones. Yeah, boy, chicken bones are good. Give the bag to the Yiku, who is greatly entertained by the thought of devouring them. Everyone loves to devour a bone once in a while. Oh, whoa. Well, I'm sorry. He died. Boy, that's going to kill the mood from this great amphora-style vase in the corner. Thank you for the 100 bits. I'm sorry that the dog creature died. Okay, we're getting keys at least. Check out this sweet coat rack. Can't leave through the front door. God, I lived next door to a pizza place in my early 20s, but it wasn't the same building. And it always smelled like pizza outside. I can't imagine living, like, sharing a building. It would not be good. Alright, so we're getting our keys. Alfred here is actually pretty smart, it seems. The kitchen key is booby-trapped or something, and I don't want us to get in trouble. Good thinking. So where do you suppose the key goes? Padlock room? Probably. Keep in mind the trap thing. Can we just waltz on in to the very clear laser? Yeah. Can we just fry ourselves? Someone set us up the laser. Good object name. Lasers are not good, especially alarmed lasers. Especially multiple alarmed lasers that pretty much cover all aspects of the doorway so you can't go through. Okay. We've been set up the laser. We'll have to take the kitchen route. Actually, I think it'll be better if we just give the kitchen a once-over, just to be sure. That's right. Teapot with a frilly cozy. That looks like a passage, but it is merely a sink. These dragons, cans of assorted content. Everybody loves some content. Gas burner. Be careful. Old fridge. What do we got? You find some stuff. Hey Alf, want a soda? Better not. Yeah, I was kidding. I'm not dense, you know. I think we should have taken the soda. Aha, okay. Let's solve this laser puzzle. We need to find the code. And the secret is, of course, the dummy cans. Hidden within the rice is a piece of paper with a code on it. Just like that. Passcode approved. We're in. Oh, was that beep? I guess that was the laser's deactivated beep. Oh. Oh. Sorry. Difficult to navigate. And here we are. We found the turtle. She's not doing so good. Appears to be chained and in a bubble. I love Alfred's bandana down there. That's a great look. The laser lowered, Jubal and Alfred make their way into the dining room of the house. They are shocked to find the room illuminated from one corner by a faintly glowing force field, inside which is a trapped turtle with a chain around its neck, no amenities other than an empty food bowl. Ah, shit. And that Yiku was so damn spoiled looking, too. Dude, what are you... Oh, no. Is that Jubal? You've come to save me? I knew you've come. I'm Martina. You came to save me. Save me already. Holy shit, it spoke. A talking turtle. That's certainly new. Look, I've no time to explain. Just get me the hell out of here. If you insist, how? I need you to break the spell. It can only be broken outside the perimeter of the field. Do you know magic? Gotta know magic. Nope. Yeah, this is just a normal-ass turtle. Right. I'll need you to repeat some incantations after me in that case. Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, the setup itself was royally weird. With the message and the misdelivered pizza and all. Alright, hold tight. We'll free you. Fire away. Excellent, turtle. The dreaded turtle. There we go. That's out. You should be able to get around now. Are you okay? You walk worse than my grandma. Yeah, I'm fine. I've just been chained up for too long. You better get your feet back. You gotta get out of here. You've been rumbled. Run! Hate to get rumbled. Okay, we don't want no trouble. Everybody's just yelling at the turtle. You see, there's mob connections. You're either playing dumb or just stupid, boy. You wish to do the honors, brother? Gladly. Little bastards killed Ben. Yeah, I mean, we did kill their dog. Very good fade to white. It's very, very gentle. I appreciate it. Anyway, back in Hick country. Meanwhile, Penny sits at the table writing. Powerful song. Nice remix of the first game's theme. It's been about a year since Henna and Penny reached Alsace. In the interim, the two of them have found somewhere to rent and got jobs. Penny finding employment as an opinion writer for the local paper. No 20-year-old has ever gotten that job. And Henna making her own profits with a weekend market stall. In the intervening year since we last saw them, they've been mostly okay. Although more recently, a few things have been amiss. Observe, and I'll prove it. Penny, goddammit, woman. There's our boy Stumpy down there. Penny, get your tail right down here right fucking now, young lady. She's swearing in another language. She only does when she's either kidding. Hennas only do this when they're extremely stressed. See, this is why, if there was German, there can be this, and vice versa. I'm not even gonna try. I'm sorry. It's too hot to attempt this. Alright, I'm sorry. I know you're under there. Come on out. I think we need to talk. Don't hurt me, please. Why do that to my super buddy? Come out before I change my mind. Sit down. So what happened out there? I sort of heard a frenzied shriek and you destroyed my entire radish crop. They kind of uprooted themselves and started floating around, and then they sort of imploded. There's no way I can sell them now for sure. Oh, sorry. You can grow more before market day though, right? Aye, not right now though, but that isn't the point. We're going to have to do something about this magic discharge thing, Pen. It's definitely on the increase, and it's starting to piss me off. A lot! I heard. I wish I could control it. I'm really not doing it to be mean or anything. It just sort of happens. Usually it's triggered by something. Just now it fell over, and well, something, that did it. That's pretty much what happened the first time, as you know. I believe you. If I didn't, I'd have given you a good slap by now. Alright, but what do you propose to do? I've been considering this for a couple of weeks, actually. Get that piece on animal feed prices into the Herald, then request a week's leave. We're going to go somewhere. How specific? Where and why? This text is going by a little too fast. Okay, we're gonna learn how to not cause magic implosions and accidental killings. So, that's good. Alright, where are we going? Somewhere isolated, in case something bad happens. Good call. Sounds like a plan. I'd quite prefer not accidentally blowing stuff up, so I'm game. And now we can leave. Fortunately, the neighbor's garden is unscathed. Very nice housing in this game. Back in town. Slowly you come to. The last thing you remember seems so bizarre that you wonder whether or not it was just a dream. But upon discovering an inability to move your limbs, you begin to think otherwise. Further investigation, that is, wriggling around a bit, shows you to be bound to a chair by your hands and feet, though you can't actually see it. After a minute of sitting silently, your eyes begin to adjust to the blackness of the room you've been confined to. It appears to be a cellar of some kind, probably of the underground variety. Jubal goes underground. Hello? Ah, you're awake at last. Ah, Alfred, that you? Yes, but while you were unconscious, my mind was transported into the body of a horse. Of course it's me, you idiot. Man, you scared the hell out of me. I'm already edgy as it is. We're pretty screwed. It would seem so. I sure wish I knew what was going on. Mages and sparkly talking turtles are not something I'm in the habit of running into on a daily basis, man. Yeah, I've never seen those two before. Damn, they sure were creepy and, oh, incestuous looking. Well, incestuous or no, they've got us trapped like roodles. I wonder why they didn't execute us on the spot, though. Simple enough, we've clearly interrupted their bedtime. They've probably tied us up with intent to kill us in the morning. Or makes an amused snorting noise. What? You'd like the idea of super frozen Alfred, you sick bastard? What? Okay, let's get out of here. And then we're gonna save Martina, goddammit. Why? She got us in this mess in the first place, and dude, she sure was annoying. That's as maybe. But I'm sure there's more to this than we think. Didn't that Zezbird mention Mammoth? I don't remember. I was busy having my ass kicked. Who? Yeah, she did. You know, Mammoth. The Berserkers leader? Leader of the Berserkers? What? You mean they're using Martina for something worse? It's just a hunch, but I'm no fan of organized crime. Give me an honest day's work pickpocketing any day over working for some invisible big cheese guy. I'm not even going to comment on that statement. Silence, infidel! I mean, let's concentrate on breaking loose. The writing is very 2007. And how do you suggest we do that? Well, getting these ropes free may be a good idea. You still got that knife I lent you? I hope so. There's something in my right pocket. I can't get to it. Hang on, I might be able to slip the rope a little bit loose. How lucky. After 30 seconds of near impossible stretching and nearly dislocating his shoulder, Jubal finally manages to get hold of the chair back. Curses! Ow, Al, sit as far back as you can, will you? I'll make this easier. Okay. Alfred does so, as is Jubal. He tries to reach Alfred's pocket again. Ah, hey, is that your shirt hem? You're nearly there. Keep going. A final effort. Jubal gets his left hand into Alfred's right jeans pocket. Oh, fucking finally. Ugh. Got it. And yes, it is the knife. Great. Well, get us out of here. This are our chairs. With a knife in your hand, you slowly begin to whittle away at your bonds. It takes a few minutes, but with your super thieving coordination, you manage it in 5 out of 6 darkness without cutting yourself once. Hell yeah, I rule. I'll rule even more if you get me out of here, too. Keep your tail on, I'm coming over. Jubal approaches Alfred, wielding the knife unnervingly. This is me every time I'm walking around the kitchen and I have a knife and my boyfriend is there. You're making me think of that one scene from Reservoir Ducks. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Reservoir Ducks. Wait it. Sorry. Needs to saw away at the rope. It's much easier to cut away someone else's constraints, so within a minute they're off. Good, those were cutting me bad. Come with me, and we can make a company together. Hell are you talking about? I mean, let's get out of here. Once again, get the Alfred escort mission. What do we got here? A fuse box that we don't get to play with. Locked door. A sealed canister of paint. A mace. A broom. A broom with an aluminum handle, leans against the wall. And that thing can do a bit of damage if used right. Oh, peachy. I am totally taking this. Alright, we've got a broom. A hot, insulated water boiler. That's right. An aluminium handle. Solitary wine bottle. Sits in a hole in the rack. I'm no connoisseur, but the dust in here says that this has been in here a fair few years. Use the knife to take the cork. Mission Enigma style. That's right. Don't be lame. Oh, well, let's... I don't think you need a knife to take any of the corks in Mission Enigma. But now we have a cork. And now we spilled the finest of wines. You're making a mess all over your dress. I mean, the bottle spilled everywhere. Whatever heritage the wine was, it's sure worthless now. We will now proceed to take the bottle out and smash it with superpowers. Good flash. I think that actually might be the Mission Enigma sound effect for breaking one of the bottles. Well, grabs the bottle by its neck and violently whacks it on the floor. The body shatters accordingly. What'd you do that for, you fool? They'll hear us for sure. We're in the basement. They're probably upstairs. We're fine, man. Besides, I have an idea. We can use a glass shard as a lockpick. We have anything to pick it up with? Glass is sharp. I'm working on it. So this is a weird one. Like, I get wanting to not just pick up broken glass, but the solution is to cut off some insulation. Oh, I guess this wouldn't necessarily be. This is for the heaters. Probably not. Well, I don't know. I don't know these things. But my mental image, when I think insulation, I think fiberglass, which I also don't think you probably want to be handling with your bare hands all that much. We got it. And with that, we get some glass. Shove our friend away. And pick the lock with a piece of glass. Good job, Jubal. You've done it. Good use of just the door sound effects. Emerging from the broom closet, Jubal flips the switch, bringing the world into illumination. Having spent the last 20 minutes fumbling around in near total darkness, he and Alfred spend the next few seconds looking down at the floor, waiting for their eyes to reaccustom to the overhead strip lights. Hang on. Strip lights? And Alta's surrounded by sigils? What the fuck? This place looks like the... This place... Ugh. Man, this place has looks like the hospital, but more occult. You got that right. What's this doing here? Not entirely surprised. Remember? Weird and incestuous? Well, yeah. Anyway, the stairs are that away. Let's get out of here. Don't you forget it. Alright, well, we're not going this way, obviously. There's something weird going on. There's nothing, no cool information whatsoever. A brass plate with the number 7. That's something. Maybe. Well, Jubal and Alfred head toward the exit. Before they get far, however, there's an odd noise and a flash in front of them. Suddenly, what had previously been nothing is now a short blue rabbit with an impish smile on its face. It is unarmed, but despite its boyish stature and mischievous demeanor, it has a definite aura of malevolence about it, mainly on account of his scarlet eyes. Ah, visitors, come closer so I can get a good look at you. Say hello to the rabbit. Very menacing, very threatening rabbit. His theme is a jam. Jubal, who's that? I heard a... What the hell is that thing? It is short. A thing I am indeed, insofar as a thing is defined by its existence. As for short, may I remind ye that such a concept is entirely subjective. Many would find you short also. That's right, a thing I am indeed, insofar as a thing is defined by its existence. Well, I can't argue with that. What he meant was, who are you? Are you gonna get the hell out of my way? I sure hope so. Please? Tulili is my name, and I serve the mistress upstairs. I believe you met her earlier, and no, for the same reason. She was very specific about not letting you out of this area when you dropped by earlier. What? XX? Is her name actually supposed to be XX? Busted my lip earlier. A creepy bitch. Again with the wise mouth. What's your name, opinion boy? I don't see how that should matter to you. I want you out of my way. I want never gets, boy. You're lucky I'm in a good mood tonight, or I'd cut you good. That is irrelevant. I'm not going to let you pass through this corridor until morning, whereupon XX and her brother will deal with you themselves. Alright, confirmed. Damn it, is there no way to get you to let us pass? Well, that's the fuck of it, you see. As I said, I am bound to serve my mistress. What she tells me to do, I do. I don't get a choice in the matter, lad. I think they are just actually named XX and XY. I thought that was just a nice way of differentiating two characters without names, without known names that were speaking, but I guess they're XX and XY. Bound? I mean, like, in that one play where the guy summons a demon and sells his soul to him in return for 23 years of pissing around? I never heard of that one. It's pretty old. I did it in middle school. Dr. Maustus. That was it. So if you do pay attention, though, in this case, XX is the male and XY is the female. Always, Nadir's always full of surprises. Oh yeah, I saw a film like that once. Walked out halfway through it. It was right crap. This is a British game. Well, something like that. The souls are not all they're esteemed to be. No, since you ask, I'm not a particularly willing servant, who could be when once he ruled an entire galaxy, only to be near destroyed by his own hubris and his realm's inhabitants' disbelief in him, to the point of the status of minor deity, and later diminished to the point where any twopenny magician, twopenny? Any magician would summon him to do their bidding, no matter how repulsive. Despite his conscious protest, his physical manifestation forced to serve like a common machine. This guy's got some troubles. I like that he capitalizes his pronouns. That is in the past. And speaking of past, it's something you're not going to get. We could attack you. Not advisable. I may look weak, but I could break your spine in 3 places before you even lifted your weapon. Which is a broom, by the way. Yeah, you're probably right. Is there anything we can bribe you with? Well, now that you mention it, although I can't let you pass, I think I'll have some fun with you too. I know an alternate way to the surface that the mistress does not know of. Hence, I don't have to guard it, because she never told me to. I will tell you where it is if you bring me something interesting. Anything especially? What could be interesting to a small god? I mean, you've seen it all, surely. Maybe. Maybe not. Well, we'd best get looking. Goodbye, Tulili. We'll come back with something. Can we leave this way now? Yes, okay. We're free to go in this direction. 2penny, confirmed. Does that mean a cheap magician? A magician that's only worth 2 pennies? Alright, so this is a scary chord. Look at this. Did anybody expect there to be a slider puzzle in a game from 2007 like this? Am I gonna somehow screw this up? Immediately screws it up. There's not a lot of moves. I mean, there never are. I need to get you down somehow. I'll crack this puzzle at some point. That's gonna just be blocked. That's nothing. That's nothing. It has to start with this. Ah, yes. Almost. Almost, yes. There we go. I got it. I have solved your puzzle, Nadir. Your rubble slider puzzle. Off we go. Actually, you stay here. I'll go scout ahead. I have a bad feeling about the next room, and I ain't gonna put a less skilled person than myself at risk. Oh, if you're sure, go on. I'll wait here. And then you fell down a big pit, damn it. Oh, like I didn't see that coming. Jubal, what's going on? But there is no reply. Down we go. Sploosh. Bloosh. I'm sorry, bloosh. Jubal. After a few seconds of bubbling under the water, Jubal realizes he's going to drown, unless he swims out, and he does so, gasping for air as he emerges. Evidently, he's fallen into the water supply. Aw, no, water! My jacket is going to be so nasty now. Don't worry, I'm okay, just wet. I think I'm in the water supply. Oh, thank fauna. That's world building, everybody. I was worried you, died or something. You sure you're alright? Sorry, I can't hear you. Are you sure you're okay? It looked like a long way to fall. I'm fine. This pool's pretty deep. It broke my fall. Well, that's no good to me. I can't swim. I'll have to find another way down there if I'm to get you out. Ah, shit. Why'd I think he was a ferret? He's a beaver, everybody. My mistake. Yes, did you call yourself a beaver? Yes, I do, jerk. Don't worry about me. Keep looking for anything good for that creepy demigod asshole. I'll look around down here. That's how you know they're yelling. Okay, there must be a way out. I'll look for it up here. Be careful with that floor, though. I can see the underside from here. I think you'll be fine. No shit. Okay, I'm going over now. Watch out if I fall. Will he fall? No. Okay, Jube, can you still hear me? I'm over it. Great, I'll see you later. Okay. Throat hurts from shouting now. Yeah. Jubal sits on the rim of the pool. Evidently, he's found his way into the Soul Forge waterworks. They're kind of like sewers, but cleaner. And they take water to houses rather than away from them. Every 2 houses share a small reservoir from which the water is taken whenever a tap is turned on. The idea of this is that normally water flows right over the reserve to the top house pipes, but in the possible event of a drought, unlikely so far in the north, but still it could happen, each household would still have a good amount of water, 500 liters or so in reserve. Note this is a common practice among the more civilized areas of Ilatoya, e.g. Yon, Ots, Ardeb, the latter of which first created this system, and being in a hot, dry area kept the concept of water retention close to its collective heart. Lore. It's some intense world building. You can just say they got some water down there. It's fine. Suddenly, Jubal realizes the absence of the mop he'd previously been holding, and seeing it bobbing around in the water, waits for it to float to him before reaching out to grab it. That was not one breath. I wanted it to be. I didn't come close to it being one breath. That went on longer than I remembered. But if you want to know how this world works, now you understand their water systems. Important information. And again, see, it's a good thing it was aluminum. Well, I'd best get out of here. Best be careful, though. You never know what might be down here. Actually, I could escape through here. I really don't want to leave Alfred behind. Besides, it's really cold down here. The water's actually warmer than the air. Probably just as well they put immersion rods in the water. Hypothermia doesn't sound like much fun. Theme of sewers that aren't sewers. And then we just go through the grate because we're a tiny baby. Break out the player clone trick. Problem is, if you leave the board, the fun music stops. You can kind of, if you look at the little like waterfall animation, can I pause it on a frame? I don't think you can actually pause it on a frame, but you can see it flash like purple for just a moment. You look closely. Which I remember in DOSBox, I used to get a lot of like weird in-between cycle screenshots, and I remember getting one here years and years ago when I did a closer look on this. I thought that was a DOSBox thing, though. I didn't realize you could still see it in ZZT like this. Strange. Anyways, this is our dungeon for the game. Well, the first game just has Penny going through like a swamp. There's a couple of action boards. This one, it's much more confined. It's our sewer level. But I think there's only enemies to fight on like a single board. I also remember it being like way more difficult than it should be. Like, good chance I will die like here. Also, yes, okay, I was like, is there something Chrono Trigger related here? You know, this scene from Chrono Trigger. We see some dudes in the sewers. But boss, why do we have to go this way? What if we run into the log? Why, you fool. Saying its name could alert it to our presence. Ribbit. And I've already told you twice, this is the shortest route to the sewers, and we've not much time to get there before our contact leaves. Ribbit. Okay, Ribbit. Well, let's get it going then. You got some... We don't have any Clogar herb. How do we know? That's how you know they're frogs. This is a subliminal message. I don't know why that's there. You don't really have to wait a while for that to show up. It just kind of does by the time the little text ends. Okay, do we follow the frogs or... What's this? I don't know what that is. 7. That's the sound of water. Alright. What a great system these people came up with. Okay, well, I guess we won't cross any little barriers. Well, don't stand near falling water. You'll be fine. Alright, it's dark. It's scary. I think it took 20 health from me just by entering this. Or maybe, actually, I think it takes it when you fall, which is a nice touch. Holy shit, this place is crawling with roodles. So watch out for roodles, everybody. Hopefully. You know, it should really give us 50 points for killing these. Gold? Found some gold. Yeah, but as you can see, I'm kind of just dying already. They do 1 damage, but that's all it takes. They keep running away after they bite me. I guess, I mean, they kind of pace back and forth. I'm sure you're supposed to time it, but they move very quickly. And Lord help you if your torch goes out in the middle of all this. What about that thing? This thing probably hits even harder. Yeah, he just keeps biting me. Oh, is that what that sound is specifically? That's okay. We don't even get to learn what that thing is. Alright, I'm gonna die in the sewers. Oh, 100%. Actually, knowing Nadir, there's probably a silly one-liner if we die here. Was that another Yiku? Well, he would have recognized that. Ooh, what do we get? Food in a box? No way in hell am I eating that. It's in a sewer for Delta's sakes. Just eat the goddamn thing, it'll heal you up real good. Delicious, 30 health. Desperately needed. Where am I going? What a blood splatter, my god. Ooh, more food, more sewer food. Oh, that looks like a guy. Thank you for the 100 weird thingies. You are shocked, but not entirely surprised, to find a dead body slumped against the wall in this chamber. Bits of it are missing, but it appears to be that of a male rat slightly older than yourself. It has longish black hair and dark gray fur, and appears to have been exanimate for a week or so, maybe less. Divine fun. What a fucking mess. Good job I got my trusty mop with me, or I could have ended up like this poor guy. I wonder if he's got anything I can relieve him of. Alright, loot the body. Coins and a match. We'll take it. You're gonna come down here unarmed. You could at least do those who find your carcass a favor by bringing something useful with you, you moron. What a loser. He's not afraid to say it. Okay, that still didn't matter for anything. I don't know how many of these little things are left. But I do want to find out what happens when you die to one. Didn't consider the sound of being attacked 100 times in a second by one of those, but oops, you died. That's... Oh, good lord. Oh, right. I didn't actually slow the game back down. Okay. Pleasant sounds only. This is now an ASMR run. Run. Okay, that looks like something. Keycard, thank goodness. Okay, I believe that's our only objective here. But we can take some more sewer valuables. Wow, why is he... Why did that one just not want to take damage? He's our hero's a treasure hunter, so to speak. Okay, I think we're good to get out of here. Oh, You know, I was about to like turn the lights on just to make sure before I remembered that Nadir loved putting little cheat detection in, so minus start doesn't work normally without you dying. But I don't have dark set, so hey, congratulations, it's 2007. He finally stopped killing people for turning the lights on. And I think, yeah, the back half of this game is going to kind of fly by because it is incomplete. It's just going to be some quick text summaries. Oh, sorry, ASMR run is over. Ah, here we go, the panel. I do like that you actually get to pass the waterfalls like this. I know it's ZZT, so you're going in front of them, but... Oh, somebody appears to have been... Is that just another barricade? Or is that blood? A paddle! Oh, wow. How'd this baby get down here? I remember I used to have one of these paddleball things when I was a kid. Well, for a little while. Then I was made to give it back to the fat kid I nicked it from. It brings me great joy and childhood memories, so I'll be taking it. Our hero, folks. That's right. Kinda rude. All this just to cross the water. Seems like it's very easy to die down here, even without the horrible little critters that bite you, the roodles. After a few minutes crawl through the passage leading away from the spine of the waterworks, Jubal finds himself not at his reservoir as he expected, but elsewhere. Shit, look at this place. Man, I think I'm needing a rest. I've been wandering around for an age now. Just a few minutes. Good altar room. Bam. Martina. Yo, Fano, what you been rolling in down there, man? Rank. Yeah, I had a bit of a run-in in some sewers. Luckily I was on, really. I kicked some ass damn good. The sewers? Man, are you talking about the Olderant or what? Say what? Oh, just something I heard about or something. Some kind of monster I heard from a friend of a friend's. Of a friend's. Yeah, yes, a great beast it was, with drooling mandibles and gimlet eyes. But with naught but my trusty mop, I did smite the monster and bring peace to the land of Ots. You big fat liar. Anyway, reunions aside, what the hell is this place? I just got here. Looks like some kind of sacrificial chamber or something. Nice carving up on that wall, though. I'll give him that. Wish I got to them gems, though. They'd fetch me a few bob. Are we still in that basement here? Yeah, and quit thinking of lining your fauna cursed pocket for once. It gets so old. Shut up. I thought it looked kind of familiar. We saw something like this on a smaller scale right after getting out of that closet, didn't we? Hey, so we did. I'm surprised I didn't notice the similarity myself. We should just check them over. Wonder if those are emerald or jade. I can't see from here. Oh yeah, that reminds me. While you're slobbering over the statue, I found something for Tulili. Huh? Oh, that freak. I'd almost been forgetting him. It was nice. What did you... Jubal pauses as Alfred brings a large, decorated golden ankh kind of thing out of his right pocket. Jubal's eyes light up. Okay, you got me. I'm speechless. How the fuck did you get a hold of that shit? Well, what did you think I was doing while you're waiting around down there, sticking my finger up my ass? But I'm the thief, not you. How'd you get hold of that stuck in that basement? Let me tell you, buddy, it was a close thing. You have no idea how much of a lifesaver that knife has been. I want to hold it. Let me, please. I'll be your best friend. Please, please, please. I thought you already were. And dream on. This thing may be our only hope of saving your little lady friends. Oh yeah, her. We should hurry. I have a bad feeling. That's a good point, actually. Why do we have to save her? I mean, we barely know her. Maybe it's best not to mess with things we don't understand. Maybe we should just get out through the way you came in. Well, you can if you want to. Not like she called on you. She called on me, and I ain't letting her down. That's uncommonly chivalrous of you, ma'am. I mean, she's a turtle. For Delta's sakes. Common farm animal. So what? Yeah, well, it may be a lot of things. A thief, sure. A fuck up, maybe. But someone's obviously pinned their hopes on me, and well, I just want to do the right thing for once. So I'm not stopping you if you don't want to come along, but I won't be going with you. You'll still owe me that money. Hmm. Alright, I'll stick with you. It must be nuts to do this, but I can't be staying stuck to mommy's apron strings my whole life. Let's go find her. Yeah, but let's take a look around this place first. Yeah, you just want to stay close to those fucking gems. That's one explanation. Scary room. Two of the orbs appear to be flashing. Delta Moon. I don't know who Delta is. Red orb. Black but red tinted orb. Ocean Millennia. That's a long time ago, presumably. Cedric's Soul Rune. Hey, I used to know a Cedric Soul Rune. Middle-aged, kinda weird, rich but generous. He sticks in my mind, because when I was a kid, he'd come to my neighborhood with his daughter and this other chick with red hair, and they'd give all the poor kids presents for apostasis, which was sure nice of them. Oh yeah, I remember that. Then the next day, he'd come to school with some shitty plastic junk and prize it like it was made of platinum, and then, sulk if I got anything better from my parents, which I usually did. Except for the one year I blew up the garden shed with my little wizard magic set I got for my birthday. Man, I was easily amused back then. I wonder if it's the same guy. If so, what's with that date? I think it said this is the year 300-ish. I don't know if that's PA or BA. But we did hang out with Cedric for a moment early at the start of the stream. And his orb he's got a very active orb. Like a plasma lamp. In the middle, we got a plaque. And a diagram. Sure. Underneath, scratched in green letters, is the name Seven Sabet. That's weird. The top of this altar is polished black marble, and it's totally smooth. This is a sacrificial chamber. Surely it would be at least a few marks from blood sacrifices. I mean, that's a good thing when there's not clear evidence of blood sacrifices. Maybe that little brass knob in the middle has some significance. And this is too fucking occult for me. Jubal can swear, he's allowed to. And the letters are the initials for the people's names. Who else we got? We got Silver Blood. Well, he's dead. Crimson Red. October Flood. Oh, that's nice. We can look at the poll and still see that it's red. Alright, who else has the electricity going? Please let me around here. Durham, Saturn. Dates unconfirmable. Right, well, this ties into the greater story of which nobody knows anything about but Nadir, so I got nothing. There's a dude named Set, which I assume the 7 Sabet is supposed to be abbreviated to, what with the 7 being his initial and all. That's about as far as the greater story ever got. After leaving the shrine room, you let Alfred lead the way through a succession of fairly boring rooms. Oh, how nice that we got to skip the boring rooms. That I can't be bothered to make, and are pretty inconsequential anyway. Before long, you make your way back up to the level you begun at. Finally. You're still not showing me where you got that ankh from. Oh, we're nearly there, don't you worry. But I don't think I actually triggered all the traps while I was in there. I think we ought to skip it. What No, this I have to see, man. Fine, it's around the next corner if you can't contain yourself. Man, what time is it anyway? 5:20 a.m. I've been running around here a short while now. It'll be fully daylight now for sure. Well, that's the classic ZZT trapped wall character. It's the knife you gave Alfred earlier, and the one you broke free using. Hey, what's this doing? Get the hell away from the knife right fucking now, man. Sorry, man. It's just that pedestal is where I got the ankh from. It's weighted, or at least I think it is. I'm not willing to find out for certain, you know? Oh no, I'm sorry. That was bloody stupid of me. I was about to pick it up, too. Master Thief. We're not allowed to kill ourselves by taking the knife. Some knives cannot be taken. A jar labeled... Oh, hey! A jar labeled pickled clogar. I guess that's what that's for. Inside is a collection of greenish-blue stalks with grassy ends, pickled in what looks to be formaldehyde. Hang about. I think we should take this after what I heard earlier. Let's heed the warning. You take the clogar and put it in your fur. A nice little edible vomit reference. What else we got in here? A large blue ampersand. A nice little Town of ZZT reference. And my personal favorite... Energizer. Holy crap, what in the hell was that? I touched it and it gave me this awesome power rush. An object enchanted with a temporary invincibility spell, it seems. How bizarre. Kinda reminds me of E. I thought you didn't like that shit. Whatever. Rich, detailed backgrounds. Ah, okay. So the traps have already been fired here. Pretty sure that door just doesn't open. Yeah. Alright, we've gone full circle. Please don't fall down again. Once is enough. Now get out of here safely for a change. Here's our little altar room. I'm trying now to like map these to the names. And we had Penny, had Flood. I guess it's kind of, but not quite their names. Cedric was this one. I think that was Oceans. I forget the top and lower right, but I guess it all tracks. Alright, here's our bunny. We get the music again. Well then, lads. Did you find me anything good? Oh, absolutely. I found this ankh and a display of Indiana Jones bravado. I managed to remove it from its holdings. Now, it was Reservoir Ducks. All the other names got changed, but they're still just Indiana Jones. No good to me. I've no use for monetary gain. Damn. After all that effort, too. Hang on. I did find something while I was down the waterworks, actually. Pulls the ball and paddle from his back pocket. What is this? I don't believe to have seen anything like it in all my years. Well, you see, the ball is attached to the paddle by a piece of string. You can bounce it like this, see? Demonstrates for a few seconds, breaking his attempt after 5 hits. Good job. That's more than most children. Yeah, like that. The idea is to do as many consecutive hits without dropping the ball like I just did. Amazing. Give it to me. I wish to try this for myself. After a minute or so of trying the paddle for himself, Talili turns back to the pair. Well, hamster, I cannot fault your taste in novelties. I'm always saying this. I will show you both where the exit is. Talili puts his hands together. After a few seconds, Jubal and Alfred know where to go. It's an odd sensation having information directly implanted into your brain. Ouch. You asshole. That's totally obvious. Why you just told us in the first place? I need my entertainment. I thought I'd use you as a means to an end. Not like I'm allowed to move from the spot, after all. And it worked out quite nicely. I got something to pass the time, you get to leave. Everyone wins. A fucking prick. Talili does not acknowledge your abuse, as he is completely entranced by batting the ball repeatedly. You better go before he changes his mind. I'm sure he could remove the information as easily as he put it there. Let's not wait to find out. Okay, jerk. I have that onk now? No. And look, now he's happy. Now that he has the children's toy. Ta-da! Secret passage. Maybe not. Played a noise like a... Ah, okay. Careful, don't run too fast or you'll be trapped with Zulili forever also. Okay, this looks more like an obvious secret passage. Alright, fake wall. There's a dumbwaiter. Entrance was blocked up years ago. Alright, punch that wall. Yeah. Well, this was easy. How do we operate this thing from the inside? It's always easy when you know how, man. Anyways. I think what we need to do is, one of us needs to ease these ropes down to make the butler travel upwards. Oh, alright. I'll take care of that. You relax. Enjoy the ride, so to speak. Get going, slave! Elevator scene. Dumbwaiter scene. We're here. Pizzeria dumbwaiter. Another good artboard. Martina is back. She is having a nap. I'm sorry, I love Jubal's face here. This incomplete rectangle with... It's quite the look. Hey, we found her. That was quite easy. She's asleep. Careful, she'd have another one of those enchantments on her. Something. Nah, she's out cold though. I guess they didn't bother with the fancy stuff because it was so late. And they didn't think we'd get out of the basement. She even sparkles while asleep. Cute. But they chained her up again. I bet this damn door's locked. Hang on, I still have that. Oh, what a great shard of glass. Alright, we are going to carry a sleeping turtle out with us. Mission accomplished. Or? Skip never. Ah, okay. Oh, crap. Sister, the turtle's gone! No more turtle. Brother, were you aware there was a dumbwaiter running all the way through this house? Those thugs must have broken free of their confines. You mind to be more specific with that little creep. Alright, and the chase is on. And Tulili is gonna be back, and so's the Olgerons. Everybody is here. Everybody wants this turtle. Alas. Game over. Hi, I'm Nadir. This is as far as I got before I stopped. Stopped to a combination of school-related business and writer's block, which is a lethal combination for any ZZT game. There is no more game after this point. You want to know what happens next? In a nutshell, XX and XY chase our heroes and almost catch them with the aid of the Olderons. XY is familiar. But then Cedric zooms in with his Volkswagen to save the day. There then follows a further chase where the Olderon tears after the getaway into rush hour traffic, busting many a poor bastard's car along the way. They eventually manage to lose them and rendezvous at Alfred's house. But I'm not going to program that. I'm sure you'll cry yourself to sleep knowing what might have been. Oh well. Olderons is a stupid name anyway. I've renamed that guy since. Now he is Facebreaker, which is a much funnier name, teehee. Talili has also been renamed Piskin, which is also better. I disagree on both. Although I will say Facebreaker isn't a bad name. Man, I think I may have overdone the dithering on this board. I removed all the texture from the road because it was ugly and reminiscent of the shitfest that is Final Fantasy ZZT. That's not everything though. There's a few more boards, both plot and art related, that you might like to see. Do you want to? Or do you want to die? And our choices are thank you, may I have another, or move out of your parents' house, loner. Nadir dies instead. So we're kinda at the end here. We just get some more commentary here. Another little interior shot with some. I really love the skyline of the city with like the massive mountains in the back. Oh, well, I guess we have some scenery. Or scenery. Some cutscene. Never ceases to amaze me how just painfully middle class you are. Look, either take something off the shelf or sit down. You're making me nervous. Yes, I agree with Alfred. Sit down already, Jubal. And affluence is no sin. Yeah, it's still pretty funny though when the person in question likes to poses like ghetto mofo 40,000. Alright, magic eye it is then. So how is she? Actually, I think she's waking up. Well, I'm glad someone is. I'm shattered after all that titting about. Don't look at me, I offered you a coffee. Speaking of which, how was yours, old dude? Slightly oversweet, but for instant coffee, consistently good. Okay, that was the least I could do after you saved our tails back there, man. Think nothing of it. My pleasure. Teeny awakens. Oh no! She's having a rough one. Hang on, this isn't the laundry room. Have my wishes been granted? Am I free? Yeah, I saved you like you said so, and now you love me forever. Hey, we both did. I helped. This is going by too fast again. Why are some of the cutscenes too fast, but others are just fine? It's still a very limited amount of characters. Alright, we're talking. Why are you talking? Please explain. Shut up and listen. Everybody's very angry with one another at times. Yeah, but also like... Well, yeah, that probably is all just placeholder. That makes sense. Anyways, Alfred's dead. Sorry. Later on, oh my god, Alfred dies. I don't remember how I intended to bump him off, but it involved the Berserkers somehow. It was partially intended to satirize the old argue kill blaggy school of Hollywood storytelling, where the black sidekick dies, thus motivating the noble white guy. Actually, if they were humans, Jubal would be short and ginger, which is not the first thing you think of regarding Hollywood heroics. That's Cedric in the background. He's throwing some kind of dust on Alfred's corpse as some sort of ritual. Rip to a real one. The beaver. Not a ferret. It's got a really skinny tail, though. Also, that was a very tiny Cedric. I guess this is a bigger Cedric, but all you can really see is his hat. Here's Cedric, about to face down the Olderons, in a scene harking back to a few boards ago. This isn't actually finished, but you gotta love the mohawk. He kinda resembles Grinner from the ultra-violent heavy metal comic Melting Pot. God damn, that comic kicked so much ass. I was not a comics guy, but Nadir definitely was. That's nice. That's my reaction. That's pretty accurate. I like this incomplete board just because it kind of does give you an idea of how Nadir was making this stuff. Like, the Olderont is just regular ZZT green, pretty much for the entire thing. There's no fancy STK shading here yet. I think he just kind of applies it later. And again, as a excuse me, as a 2007 era game, there's some iconic reviews of Frost 1. Boring. All there is yak 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 all the time when you get to play. I found a shocking notice between the sing sound. It the same one from Megazooks, you coppernator. If you make one more bad game, I'll make sure you never make a game again. Note, this game really sucks. Note, Nadir, move out of your parents' house and get a life, loner. And that was a review. That got deleted. And he kind of ran away. But he did threaten him to make sure he never made a game again. Here's one of the other sarcophagi. A different bunny. Have some art. This character has nothing to do with Frost 2, although she was projected to appear in Frost 3 of God knows how many of these, along with the re-arrival of Mist, Penny's younger brother. Sharp-eyed players may know. Oh, yeah, well, there we go. I'm a sharp-eyed player, everybody. Get out of my way. Oh, thank you, Ellipses, for the 2 gift subs. You, Melonfelon, and David N. Hi, David. I didn't know you were even here. Well, you got to see the bunny game, so good job. Quality art. I guess the planet is just kind of slightly off Earth. Got your continent of Asia. Up north is Nort. I do like that. I also like the ocean named after the band Compressor. Scandi Sea. Anyways, if you want to know this planet's orbit, now you do. It's here. Yes, there we go. See, 2 moons. Alright. I don't know why some of these are red dots. Here's a map field. Idua? I will never come up with a pronunciation for that. That feels natural to me. Most of the action in the Frost story happens on Nort. Everybody loves Nort. And Jindelm. So really there wasn't too much point in mapping Isha and all that other crap. Oh well. Ah, there we go. Red spots denote places where important plot points happen. They happen in Nort. Something's always going down in Nort. And, you know, sometimes you're a fan of The Offspring. It's all, like, fine stuff. It's just very funny that just the way it gets dumped on the player like this, like the whole underground water system. Like, hey, I bet you had fun coming up with that. Not super relevant to the people who are just like, the underground sewers, where I fight the rat creatures and find the paddle and ball toy that's just lying down there for some reason. Anyways, here's the offspring. Why is that? One of these is blinking and the others aren't. Also, he did screw up in this one. He's all the way over there. I can't just talk to him. Oh, he doesn't even have a touch. Well, I can dig this one up in the editor real fast. Problem is, there's a lot of like unused artboards and stuff here, and some of them get a little too mid-2000s. So I am not changing my scene until I find the correct board. Where the hell is the offspring? There's the offspring. Oh, why didn't he fire? It's like, what? He has code. It should have just automatically displayed this. That's weird. I'm over here this time. This is supposed to be the second file's title screen. Text is poking fun at the time I got obsessed with the offspring, age 16, and went around telling everyone that I liked the offspring, and I did not, in fact, care what they thought about it. Fie. Oh, so punk. I, too, was a teenage offspring liker. I, too, don't care what you think. They were fun. Alright, well, I hope that was worth it for that little tidbit. Also, here's the, what was it, anathema, I think it is? These are just song lyrics. Sometimes you just put song lyrics in your ZZT game. It is a tool used by teenagers, most of all. Or at least was. But feel free to put song lyrics in your games today. Good use of you know, including some art there. Also, this is supposed to be the Set guy. This is the villain. I know his name is Set. That's all we know after 2 whole games. Don't know what he's up to. I think killing people. I don't know why. I don't know what'll happen if he kills them all. Still on board for this board, though. You mentioned some of the writing being a little embarrassing, but... This anathema album, Eternity. They just seemed an appropriate accompaniment to a picture of Set, for it is he. They're a pretty good band, though their first 2 albums are ultra-generic, sore-throat goth rock. Once the Pink Floyd influence kicks in, they start to become much more interesting. Next board is the last one. To be continued. Not really. Psych. Good ending board, though. I do like this one. That's the end. Last board is obviously meant to be reminiscent of the final board of Frost 1. I don't remember what was meant to be happening at this point exactly, though. I also don't think it matters anyway. Hope you enjoyed this short sojourn through a bunch of unfinished crap and vaguely embarrassing writing. Even if you're one of the many who downloaded the files from Dr. DOS. I do hope having some sort of closure to the Frost ZZT project has been good to you. Now you no longer have to awaken at 3 AM, bathed in sweat, and crying out Penny's name. Oh wait, I've said too much. It's been a pleasure. That's me. Don't harass me about finishing this. Once I'm back in Britain, I'm going to see how far I can get making a comic. And he did. He actually did make a little comic of, and it gets through like a third of the events of the first game. Also, there are a bunch of music boards by Mad Tom, and if it wasn't, you know, an hour and 40 minutes into the stream, we would listen to all that nice music, because the music in this game is great, and plenty of it is unused. But I gotta start rice, man. We need rice. So I'm gonna have to pick I Hate Myself and I Want to Die. And we will call that that. But yeah, the whole my name coming up and other people having this game before it was released is a fun story. I don't remember when exactly it was. Sometime in the mid-2000s, clearly, but before the project got released, the ZZT community started getting into a program called SoulSeek, which would let you share music and other files with folks. Oh, I'm sorry, Ellipses, it's over. You missed it. But thank you for those gift subs, I do appreciate that. I'm sure the recipients must as well. But But Soulseek let you just share whatever, and of course, it was cool of you to share as much as you could, and some people just really didn't care much and basically shared their entire hard drive. So if you wanted somebody's System 32 directory for Windows XP, you could probably find it pretty easily. But with a bunch of ZZTers using this, Jazz Jackrabbit will be on Sunday. Sunday. But with Soulseek and people just sharing pretty much everything, one day I noticed that Nadir was just sharing his ZZT folder, and there was a frost2.zzt sitting in there. And so I downloaded it. And I just stole this man's game. I don't know how far we're going to play for Jazz. We'll see. But needless to say, I began hosting a file called notfrost2.zip and sending it out to interested parties. Nadir found out pretty quickly and didn't really care, which is for the best. And then I think it was like years later before he actually released this. And there's like really minor differences. I think it might have actually still been split into 2 files there, whereas this one just puts it in one because he knows there's not going to be any more content added. But it was 99% identical. I actually do have the leaked version is on the museum now if you actually want to compare. If you look up Frost, you will find the leaked edition, which says it has 49 total boards compared to this one's 42. I think that's just like toolkits and blank stuff, really. Yeah, like that Offspring title screen, there's a variant of that board that's just the background. It's that level of difference. But yeah, okay, that's Frost 2. It's fun. I still like it. It's definitely wordy. The dungeon crawling is a mess. Better in the first game. But it's still an overall very pretty looking game. Mad Tom's soundtrack is fantastic. Good times. Rip to a real one, I guess. That is going to do it for today. We will be back again on Sunday. We are doing a special guest stream. Zinfandel is going to be on mic with me, and we're just going to play some Jazz Jackrabbit. Because that's what he wanted to do with his patron dollars. And you know what? I ain't going to say no to playing Jazz Jackrabbit. I'm only going to be mad that I'm not going to be using a Gravis gamepad. It feels very wrong to play that game with anything else. But do look forward to that. We'll be back again next Friday as well, with some more poll stuff. I think I actually had something else I was gonna do. I don't remember if I want to do that next week or the week after. If there's a poll, then we'll do poll stuff. If there's not, then we won't. And I think that's it. We'll be resuming our Star Wars stuff the next Sunday. Alright, that will do it then. Thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed the game. It is still pretty fun to play, and if you haven't played the first one, that one's also worth it. Good games. Fun times. Later.